Thank you and welcome back. As you can see, got a nice audience. And I just want to let everybody know that you can get more information about Couples for Christ by going to www.couplesforchristglobal. That's the website. That's just one word, couplesforchristglobal.org. couplesforchristglobal.org. Or you can also call 626-358-9900. That's 626-358-9900. That's not a number in the Philippines, is that?
That's
okay.
California.
Also, as I mentioned, we have a nice group of folks here, a bunch from different parts of the country, and it's a delight to have them here. And we'd like to have you come and join us too. If you can make it as a group, as an individual, or as a family, please contact our pilgrimage department at 205-271-2966. That's 205-271-2966, or go to www.EWTN.com, find about Pilgrimage Department. They'll help you with where you can stay, places to go eat. You can get the schedules for masses, programs, tours of the network, and getting up on to Hansville. That's really nice. You all went up to Hansville today, didn't you?
Yes.
Isn't it beautiful up there?
Yes, beautiful.
Oh, it's just gorgeous. Mother Angelica did such a great job. All right, you ready for some questions?
We'll try.
All right, giddy up. Let's start with a call. We have Joseph on the line. Hello, Joseph.
Hello, Father.
Hi, where are you from?
I'm from Minnesota.
Great. Well, how's the weather up there?
It's actually warm today. It probably got up into the 50s.
That's above zero, right?
Oh, yeah.
And Joseph, what's your question?
Well, I wanted to say first, I saw you at the Marian Eucharistic Congress, and me and my mother love me some cowboy Father Mitch.
All right, there you go. There you go. Matter of fact, I'll be going out to do some cowboying out in Texas this next week. So what's your question today?
I wanted to say, like my confessor, too, he would tell you, my spiritual director, deacon, and what can young adults do and young men like myself and singles to prepare for marriage or to go out into the world and be evangelization to the world?
Join Singles for
Thank you,
Christ.
Joseph. That's a great question. Anybody want to start?
About evangelization. Well, that's
For young singles.
Yeah. We have a very active and dynamic ministry that's called Singles for Christ, and we have young professionals who have really devoted a great deal of their time in life, not only in the profession and outside, of really immersing themselves, doing evangelization and doing their own Christian life programs, and then also attending their households. And in that regards, they bring their kind of experience of transformation in the workplace also.
If I may
It's
just
growing.
Father, in addition, we part of the program for singles is a retreat that will help them, discern their state of life, whether they go on to be to have a family, or they might have a call for the vocation,
Okay.
for the priestly or religious vocation. So that's
So part of it is you have the same kind of not workshop or a mission where you go through the
Yes.
different issues with them.
yes.
Yes.
They form households too.
Yes.
True.
So they form community.
Yes.
And then they also are trying to discern what is our Lord asking. If they focus on Jesus, like the couples do.
Yes.
So then they want to find what Jesus asks from them, right?
That's
Oh,
right.
that's good.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's I think that's an important element. And Joseph, get a hold of that number that we gave. We'll give it again at the end. That maybe you can be instrumental in helping to get such a group for young singles started, because this is very, very much needed.
By the way, Father Mitch, just to add up, we have on record a good number of young men and women who have developed the vocations because of being part of Singles for Christ.
Oh, that's great. That's excellent. Excellent. Yeah, that's an important part of, again, if Jesus is the center, you want to listen to what he's asking you to do. Whether to be form families like you did, or other vocations like the priesthood and religious life.
If I may add to that also, that's where they find their GG. You know what GG means? God's gift to them. So that's
Just wanted
that's
to
where they find
out.
their partners. And when they get,
Because I remember that movie Gigi, and I said, you have girls that they meet there or what? No, so God's gift. Okay. Just got to get that clear. We have a question from our studio audience. Father, where are you from?
From Suffield, Connecticut.
Welcome. We have a bunch of folks here from Connecticut too. So, what is your question tonight?
My question to you is, what is a convincing argument to convince people not to use birth control? Either to start using it after they've started it or before.
Yeah, so before they start using it, convince them away from it. If they have started it, get them off of it.
Exactly.
What do you all say to people about that? Oh, the doctors, yeah.
one of the core values of Couples for Christ is being pro-life. And by being pro-life, so we have to protect the life of the unborn baby. And we are into teaching responsible parenthood and natural family planning, the natural way. And when people, the government gives them a lot of choices, and one of them is to start them with birth control pills. And one of their argument is that overpopulation, but the problem really is we need to relocate people. There's a lot of land area for them, and teach them how to do this natural family planning. And birth control pills, they also have their own side effects. For instance, hypertension, for instance, like deep venous thrombosis. So maybe people will try to understand and tell them that this is not really something that is not
The will of God.
devoid of any side effects.
Right. And one of the things that, especially in the Philippines, because you have a high rainfall there,
That's right.
and one of the problems that we know now in this country is that the birth control pill has become a major source of pollutant in our water table. And it's affecting the fish and amphibians and
Because of its hormonal effect, as
Exactly.
it leaches into the soil and into the water,
Right.
that really has an adverse effect. Father, I'd just like to add perhaps one issue that has always been leveled about the problems in the world today is overpopulation. But we feel, as Couples for Christ, and we see the reality that it's not quite overpopulation as much as poverty. I think it's really when the whole world is really taking a courageous stand about addressing and redressing poverty, that can take care of it. As a matter of fact, there are even United Nations studies that show that if you improve the education of people, you give them good food, good medicine, and give them poverty alleviation programs, giving them the way to address their poverty. Even by natural consequence, there's a diminution in birth rate without interfering anything, and much more so if you inculcate about the values of natural family planning.
Yeah, so and that's one of the things that is part of a couple's communication. It's very important for them to talk intimately with each other about what's happening, and keep Christ. If Christ is the center, the discussion about how they plan their families is going to focus around Him and not about government programs.
Father Mitch, perhaps there's also a myth that is also being spread around that it's so complicated. The natural family plan is so complicated that the average poor Filipino family cannot understand or not be able to put it into practice. But we have evidences to show that even in our communities, when we have taught them and enlightened them about understanding their own human bodies, particularly the women, we have seen success rates about the natural family planning program.
And natural family planning is a positive force for couples' marital life.
That's right. At the base of all of this, really, Father, is what we communicate, being married as part of God's plan, and part of God's plan